Hold on a second. Is that Madrid owned by the Incan Empire in the 1550s? Not only that, but we also own the entirety of South America, and we've crushed the colonial nations, taken their lands, and turned them into our colonies in the old world. Make sure to leave a like if you like to see this campaign all the way up to 1821 if we get 5,000 likes, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'm trying to reach 220,000 subs by May 20th, which is very fast approaching. So we've managed to unify South America under the rule of the Incan Empire, and now we have a pretty precarious situation. The colonial nations are still coming at us, but we're going to be taking the fight to Europe in today's video. We got two explorers exploring both sides of the continent here. We're going to see where exactly these invaders are coming from. Hint, hint, it might be from over here, and then we're gonna take the fight to them, because with our amazing mission tree, not only do we have the ability to invade Europe and create colonies out of the European nations, but we also managed to switch to the High American Tech Group, which is the most powerful tech group. At Military Tech 5, we have units that are stronger than European units are at Military Tech 12, which is just crazy, honestly. Not only that, but the mission tree itself is pretty overpowered. So whilst we're waiting for our explorers to do all the work here and get to Europe, discover what's happening, we have a lot of missions that will keep us busy. In essence, we have a ton of playing toll missions. Build this there, develop that province, and in return we get some actually powerful modifiers such as fort defense till the end of the game, years of separatism, different unique abilities that we get unlocked, such as the ability to concentrate without losing any development, so we can concentrate all of Europe and bring all that development into South America. Now, when it comes to the colonial nations that are starting to form in South America, we're gonna wait until they have at least 5 provinces so they form a colonial nation, and then afterwards we can just attack them without having to fight the overlord back home, which makes our life a lot easier as consequence. Only downside to that is that, of course, we're gonna have a lot of different cultures around here, and they're gonna be Catholic provinces, so we will have to convert these to our religion. Speaking of, let's autonomously convert provinces to our religion with our 2 missionaries. And of course, my 556 is gonna die. Bro, are you kidding me right now? Oh, what happened? Oh no! My game just randomly crashed. How unfortunate. Oh, we just reloaded before the event triggered. Well, isn't that just fortunate, guys? You know what we could really use though? Another explorer. Get one more, assign this bad boy over to explore the Caribbean area. So we currently have one of them exploring the Pacific, one of them in the Atlantic, and we're gonna have the third one, the Caribbean and North Atlantic bits, basically. Look how fast we're exploring everything. We already basically reached the Castilian parts. Ooh, a little cove that we've discovered in here. Wait, hold on a second. Castile just flat out wiped out Aragon? Okay. They didn't even get the union with Aragon. They just flat out destroyed Aragon. Okay, that's just weird. I don't think I've seen that happen in like years. Oh, I just saw something, guys. The English are colonizing the Caribbean. That is just so weird though, that the Portuguese or the Castilians did not do this already. Like, it's almost as if someone's been murdering their colonies before they could reach that area. Yeah, that was us. That was definitely us. And we do want to do this particular mission. We gotta develop the highlighted provinces 3 times, and we need to upgrade the monument in Quito to a level 2 monument. Right now it is a level 1 monument, so we need to save up a little bit of money. This actually is a really good monument too. At level 3 it gives 20% trade efficiency, which is huge, as well as envoy travel time once we complete that particular mission as well. This is the mission I was talking about earlier too. Expansion of the central plaza means you no longer lose development when concentrating. We just need to upgrade 3 monuments to level 3, so it's not that easy, and 45 development in Cusco is pretty massive too, actually. We're up to 38 now, so it's not too bad actually. Holy schnitzel, 19 production development here. We're making so much money from gold, it's crazy. 34 ducats from gold alone right now. Hey, we got the Panama Canal. Hell yeah, boys. That's actually a big W, because the Panama is one of the most important provinces in the New World by far. Problem is, I also want to colonize this adjacent province so I don't get cucked by the Spaniards or whoever in case they colonize this. I don't have access to the middle Central American plains, but at the same time I also want to colonize here so I can start attacking into Central America and liberating those areas from the vile Central Americans. Another really good monument is the Salvador de Bahia. We can get up to 20 settlers as well as global trade power increase by 20% when we max upgrade this particular monument. Super underrated as well in my opinion. I think a good tactic tactic is to go down the enemy of my enemy is my cousin path. Basically, I'm going to be improving relations with the English in the hopes that maybe I can get them to help me against the vile Portuguese and Castilians. Although Portugal is allied to the English, but Castile is rival to the English, so there's that. Actually, the French are rival to them too. Maybe I can improve with the French as well. Let's see. We got 2 new kids in the block, boys. We've got Portuguese Brazil, which is not going to be around for longer. And we also have a New Granada, which again is not going to be around for too much longer. We're going to attack them as soon as we can. We just need to get a claim on New Granada, which shouldn't take too long. Apparently, they're both in a war with the Tunisians. Portuguese conquest of Demnat. Okay, Tunis has been on a roll, haven't they? Yeah, they have. Oh my god, Tunis is massive. And Portugal is massive for that matter too. Holy schnitzel. North Africa is divided between these 2 nations in essence right now. Earlier I showed you guys the monument that would increase our trade power by quite a bit. We also can get more ship trade power increase from the Cartagena de Indias fort, alongside a lot of other amazing modifiers for this particular area too. But I'm going to save up my money. I really want to upgrade the massive monuments in the actual Inca lands, which are a little bit more beneficial economically speaking at least. Oh, I forgot about colonialism. Okay, we can get that next. So now we can just go for the technologies whenever we have the mana points available. We don't have any more restrictions when it comes down to it. I think I'm going to save up a little bit my mana points because I am technically a tiny bit behind the rest of the world with my technologies. The Castilians and the Portuguese are around military and all the other techs 9, and I'm just at Diplo tech 6. 3 techs behind for Diplo alone, which is pretty sad. Now we're also going to go for the extra colonist because we want to colonize as soon as possible, right? Oh, you scumbags, Castile. Really? They went for both of these provinces here. That is really not good. So now I'm only going to be able to reach the northern bits here by sending ships. I need to build cogs as consequence. Oof, that is so unfortunate. There we go. We managed to get a new type of unit. The Kshuhtakakli soldier, which is better than military tech 16 European units, by the way. That's crazy, man. Okay, the Brazilians have unconditionally surrendered. Everything they got fully as annexationists. There you go. That's an extra 5 provinces we have now alongside the coastline. Hails to the yes. Hello, New Granadan friends. It's time that you return back to the native ways. Far too long have your people been suckling on the juices of Europe. It's time you suckle on the juices of non-Europe, okay? Oh, they actually have 5 provinces now. How close is Cayenne to become? It is really close to becoming theirs. I think I'm not going to siege this down just so I get the entirety of the coastline here. That would be freaking massive for me. Oh, they only have 4,000 units? Wow, that is like taking schnitzels from a little kid. And we also can get our next government reform now. Gonna go for the temples and cathedrals bonus. I kind of really enjoyed that particular reform, to be honest. That means we also can do develop of the Mitna. We have 2 options here. Either we increase core creation cost by 5 and we lower separatism by 5. And whenever a province is a territorial core, we will get 50% chance of 1 development randomly distributed. So I'll be honest with you guys, this is very cheesable. What this means is basically that you could make and unmake territorial cores and get infinite development. There's a 50% chance you do it, but you can do it infinitely. I'm not going to do that because it's just stupid. I'm going to go for the admin and the reform. That's just kind of too broken. All right, just in the nick of time, we made the province of Cayenne a full integral part of New Granada. Well, they made it a full integral part of Granada, which is perfect for us. Because from these particular provinces now, we basically have our launching platform from which we can get the range to invade the Castilians eventually. All right, New Granada, me all your schnitzels, every single one. Wait, actually, can we take the island too? We can take, oh no, wait, they have got more provinces. Oh, this will become New Granadan. Oh, so if we just wait for a little while, we might be able to get these 2 provinces as well, so we have a connection between the Central American and the South. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait. This is super huge for me. All right, another day, another mission. We can now do either 3% missionary strength increase from the Incan mechanics or lowered corruption or 1 unrest. I'm gonna go for the missionary strength because we really need to convert stuff as soon as possible. Also, we're below 50 power projections, so let's go ahead and just scornfully insult the Castilians so we get back up to above 50, so we get the +1 of each power point. And I'm also gonna upgrade this particular monument since it's needed for 2 missions now. There we go. Nicaragua, or Managua, sorry, now belongs to New Granada. That means we can take all of the stuff, full annexation on them. Beauty freaking looking. Holy schnitzel, we got most of the coastline now. That is amazing. Actually amazing. It's also really good because we now can start expanding into Central America without many issues. Like, there's very few provinces that do not belong to us right now along the coastline itself. Mostly worried about these areas around the Carthaginian bit, Cartagena bit, and of course, once the Portuguese finish the Portuguese Brazil again, we're gonna again attack them. That should be it. Oh, actually they have in the south. I didn't even, when did they even start colonizing in the south so fast? That's crazy how quickly they colonize stuff, man. Also gone ahead and I've made Portuguese an accepted culture because we have so many Portuguese provinces. I'm probably gonna have to do the same with the Castilians after I core up all of these lands. So we have a bit of a situation. The natives are actually murdering Portuguese Brazil. I don't want that to happen. It does seem though like Portugal is also involved in this, so hopefully it does not actually happen. Okay, so we saved up a little bit and we managed to get diplomatic tech 9, which means that now we can do this mission, trading blood for guns, because we're less than 3 technologies ahead behind the colonials. So now we can get double the chance for scholar, ruler, personality, as well as 10 randomly distributed development amongst our provinces. Next up, we got to be ahead of time with Diplo and Admin Tech to get 800 Splendor and Dev cost -10 in Cusco. That's pretty good. Invasion fleet, we need 40 transports and 20 heavy, so let's get going on that. How many do we have right now? We got 11 transports. We need a lot more than 11, so let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 40 was it? I believe so, and then we'll do the heavies afterwards once we're ready, because the heavies do take a little bit of a toll economically on us. We also need to increase our naval force limit, so we're gonna maybe have to build some shipyards to help out with that. I ordered a fleet to be built. Let the invaders know we're coming. I'm getting, you know, have you guys watched Stargate? You know when the Ori go like, let their fleet be built to convert the heathens, or whatever the hell he says, back in the Ori galaxy, and then he builds a fleet and he attacks. Yeah. I'm basically the Ori right now. Although I'm not as good looking as Morena Bakarin, that's for sure. Okay, we're also going to be abdicating, so we get the 556 leader in charge. That does mean we get 1 mummified ruler. So we're gonna have to clear that up, if you know what I mean, by doing a regenesis of history. We need 90 INCA authority, so we're fairly close for that actually. We're losing a little bit of authority right now because of the average autonomy, which is no bueno. It does mean we need to lower our average autonomy. And let's go ahead with the war. Hopefully we manage to grab this prop. Oh, no. Schnitzel, man. I should have waited for them to take that back. Oh, that is so stupid. I'm honestly like the worst person ever sometimes, I swear. Now I gotta wait until they finish their war with Tupinamba before I do anything. Ugh. Alright, so we can do one more mission now. Tears of the Moon unlocks the condition for the Potosi Gate project, which gives yearly inflation and tolerance to the true faith, and it doubles the modifier of the manufacturing idols privilege, and it removes the max absolutism penalty. Okay, that's a pretty good mission. And it does seem like the natives did get fully annexed. They didn't just take the one province, they just went, we're fully annexing you guys. Let's see how close they are to finishing these colonies. They're getting 155 a year. That's what? Dude, that is crazy as schnitzel. That's crazy. Okay, we got our third idea unlocked. We went for quantity because we're going to need a lot of units anyway, so we want to increase the amount of max manpower, but more importantly, we also from the policies can get more settlers so we can more quickly colonize the new world as well. I swear I was going to wait until they finish these 2 provinces, but then I realized it doesn't make any difference because they're going to continue to colonize, right? So when they get another 5 and they make another Portuguese Brazil, I'm just going to rinse and repeat and grab even more land. So they're kind of working for me right now, aren't they? There you go. We basically have the entirety of the coastline under our control now, with literally just a couple of exceptions in the north and in the south. Holy mother. Dude, why are my heirs dying like so much? 664. Okay, that actually is not bad, but we do lose 2 stability, freaking 40 legitimacy, all those freaking... Oh, this is horrible, man. Our leader died? I thought that was our heir. What the shit? Oh my god. I should have read the event. Oh, that's horrible. That's actually horrible. Policies of Huascar. And another one. Okay, we just made 2 stability from 2 events back to back. That's insane. New World Diamond. diamonds. Gem prices decreased by 50%. Oh, that sucks. I think we had quite a few diamonds, didn't we? Yeah, that's horrible. Well, on the bright side, it means we can use some of this to invest in our temples once more. We can even use some of our manpower, since we're not going to war anytime soon, to increase the speed of that particular building finishing. Oh, this is hilarious. The entire Portuguese army is somehow in these two provinces. Are these like the only provinces that they got left or something? Why are they so particularly interested in making sure these two provinces are okay? Did anything happen to their provinces in the past? Has someone been stealing every single one of their colonies before? I don't know what this is about. Alright boys, we're going to construct a heavy flagship, and we're going to give it a proper Native American name, Tupac Shakur, obviously. Going to give it the flagship cannons, fleet engagement width, and movement speed. So this is basically a warship, okay? This ship is here to fug, okay? It's here to absolutely fug. We're going to start making our heavy ships as well, because it's time that we teach those scumbags back in Europe who the real Native American is, okay? It's not them. Hint, it's us. And what do you know? We can do one more mission now. So we from now on get years of separatism and harsh treatment cost reduction, plus uprising progress for all rebels is reduced by 30. We didn't really have any rebels, so that didn't make much of a difference anyway. Oh, La Plata is finished. Okay, baby, let's start getting our claims, shall we? Oh, we already have claims on this. What? Oh, it's a trade dispute. Never mind. I'm actually curious. Have you guys ever attacked a nation with the trade dispute CB? I swear to God, I play this game for 12,000 hours now. I genuinely do not think I've attacked with this CB once. I'm not even exaggerating. I don't think I've attacked once with a CB. It's just such a shit CB. It's crazy. And I get it. You know, you're able to transfer more trade power with this, but it's just what if you want to take a province? You know, you're not able to take a province. It's so poo-poo. Oh my god, I'm an actual moron. I thought I was building heavy ships, but I was actually building light ships. How do you get that wrong? Like, how do you actually get that wrong? Oh no, the Spaniards are here again, and they're also bullying little old natives in Charma for some reason. They have to be removed. They have to go. This is unacceptable. Catching up pretty fast with our national ideas too, and we're still ahead of time with our technology, so we're actually doing really good when it comes to keeping up with the Europeans. Kind of sounds like a Native American themed TV series. Keeping up with the Europeans! The struggles of a Native American family to survive in the face of colonial assholes trying to murder them. I'd watch that. I'd totally watch that. Oh, this is exactly what we needed right now, boys. Check it out. We're gonna get Marines. 10% of our land force limit can be Marines, and you guessed it, we're gonna need Marines in order to land in Europe, because, you know, landing penalties and all that, they don't affect our beloved Marinos. There you go. These are the best and the brightest, the ultimate Incan fighters. So what's up with the Spaniards and the Portuguese completely wiping out tribes? They don't know the meta, clearly. They want to leave them alive and let them colonize for them, but no, they just flat out wipe everybody from the face of the planet. I could wait for the last province to finish, but I'm not in the mood. I mean, it's not even close to finishing. Look at this, barely at halfway through. Let them make another colonial nation that we can take care of afterwards. That's probably the better option here. Thanks for the free land, Castile. All right, we also now have the heavies and the transport, so we can click an invasion fleet. This will give us the unique sunset invasion casus belli on Western European continent and Maghreb region, which allows us to take provinces from there for 90% of the cost and 150% the prestige. Plus, if we give out the merchant guilds draft ships for war, it will double the amount of heavy ships that we get from that particular decision. Now, once we have some provinces in Iberia, provinces in France, and in England, we get more bonuses depending on where exactly we're in, with the sail towards the sunlight eventually giving us 10 permanent power projection. So use up a little bit more of our manpower, so we finish the monument here. There we go. That means we can do the next mission. Chapak Namakadu. There we go. That's exactly how you pronounce that. And from now on, every province with hills, highlands, or mountains in South America will get, until the end of the game, friendly movement speed plus 50%. So we, in essence, will move 50% faster through most of South America, especially from the moving around the Andes area at least, which is just crazy. It means if we're fighting in South America, we're gonna win every single engagement, and we're gonna outmaneuver every single enemy army. We can also do this mission fairly easy. Just need to develop 4 times a province. I guess we can do whichever's cheapest. There you go. Lima. He's nuts. Has been developed. Wait, one more time. I'm really bad at mathematics, as you probably can see. So Kulkas is going to give us a lot of bonuses, and construct the new Kalamadam is going to give until the end of the game manpower in primary and accepted cultures. We just finished constructing 5 more fortifications in vital locations such as the Panama, which basically restricts movement between the entirety of the North and the South American continents. Another one in the mountain forts around Tunja and other mountain fort locations, as well as some less mountainous but just necessary locations such as the province of INCA over here, which limits movement between the north and the south parts of Brazil. Getting all these forts done also allows us to get the Incan frontier redoubts. So until the end of the game, forts on the border with the rivals are free, literally free, and we also get fort defense plus 10%. As our first age ability, we went for religious wars because we're the only Inti nation on the planet. So that means when attacking anyone else in the world, we get war score cost versus other religions minus 25%. So we can take 25% more provinces from them or whatever we want. Honestly, I'm not actually sure how the hell they managed to grab that province. Maybe they got claims or something. I really don't know. But I don't care. You can keep that one province in the middle of the freaking Amazon. I'll take everything else around. So yeah, we basically got the entirety of South America now. They cannot reach anything else since we've got the coastlines, with of course the exception up here in the north, which we're going to do in a few moments. Our invasion fleet is also ready. We got the heavies, we got the cogs, and I'm going to upgrade my heavies to the latest model. Or was it the cogs? I guess the cogs we upgrade to the latest model. Do feel like we need more heavies though, because I am going to be fighting both the Portuguese and the Castilians, so let's get at least 20 more heavies before we do attack the Europeans. What I'm going to do here in order to prevent the spread of Castilian Colombia is I'm going to colonize these 3 provinces so they only have the 5-7 provinces in this little bay, or whatever this bay might. The Gulf of Venezuela. I didn't even know that's the Gulf of Venezuela. Now I know. I'm more educated all of a sudden. Also, fun fact, I actually do not know what the difference is between a gulf and a bay. Absolutely love the mountain privilege. Like, check it out. We're basically developing this province, which has already been developed for 24 mana, and this is a freaking mountain province, guys. It's the same for all of them. This is just crazy, man. Okay, let's select only the ships now by holding control, and that way you select only the ships. Now we've got 27 heavies. Definitely not enough. Gonna need more. I'm a little bit worried. I saw the Castilians have 64 ships. Now let's say out of the 64 ships, half of those are heavies. Oh, actually, hold on. How many are in fact heavies? 10 heavies only? What? That's crazy. Okay, I mean, I guess we can start the invasion then. Oh, New Granada just popped up, so let's make sure they don't stick around for too much longer. Most of the provinces around them are very close to getting finished, with the exception of Guanare. So I'm going to wait for these to be done before we annex them, and then we can attack Spain in a separate war and take Guanare in that one. And whilst we're doing all the waiting, we can also attack Arawak, make sure we have a leader, because our general, which was a Chad, just died, unfortunately. Oh, of course, they can colonize from here, despite not even being able to core this province, but they can colonize next to it. Bro, this game, sometimes it just amazes me. I think it's time we border these scumbags and teach them a lesson in why they should not be colonizing next to us. Mine, my Columbia. Wait, is this actually Columbia? I guess it is, right? What's the difference between this Columbia and British Columbia? Why are they both called Columbia? That's the real question. I feel like it's a little bit misleading. The greatest moment we've all been waiting for is here, boys. The sunset invasion. Skibbity boo boo ba da ba da boo. Gonna murder all the native colonizers. To be fair, if it wasn't for the diseases that we brought to the New World, we probably would have lost those engagements, because there was a lot of Native Americans, and not only that, but they were very aggressive. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I know it's controversial, but they were very aggressive. Now we are going to be burning these colonies down, because I don't want them to have colonies. I want these provinces to be my culture directly once we start colonizing them eventually. We're going to be doing the same for the Portuguese areas here. Burn all these colonies down. I might keep these 2 just so I can grab these 2 provinces for myself, like make an exception and have these as Portuguese provinces, or I guess Tupinamban province. Now they got 57 units back in the homelands there, but we're going to bring as many of our soldiers as we can, 40 maximum, because we only have 40 cogs right now. Actually, we're gonna assign the greatest general that we can get our hands on, which is honestly average as fuck apparently, and let's go. The ships have set sail for the greater lands of Europe. But we're going to be focusing 100% of our attention on the Portuguese first, get them out of the war, and then we can focus on the Castilians afterwards. If we get Portugal itself, we should make a fairly decent peace deal. I don't need anything. I mean, Lisbon. Did I say Portugal? I meant just Lisbon. Also not sure where exactly the enemy armies are, so that's why I'm a little bit worried here. I don't want to bring my ships to get reinforcements because my main army might get stack wiped whilst the ships are away. Come on, Papi. Come on, Papi Chulo. Give me the province. Give Lisbon to me. Give it right now. Oh, come on. Don't go to freaking 60. Oh, really? You're not even falling at 60%. Now, that is just insulting, okay? It's good that they fell because my fleet might be completely dead if it didn't. I like how we also just swapped ships. My fleet went inside and their fleet just went outside. I'm gonna have to take the L here, but I'm gonna have to do the white piece because if I don't, my army is gonna get stack wiped. Right now, it's 60,000 Castilians that I can handle, but with the extra 30,000 or 40,000 Portuguese, that would have been an actual issue. Now let's go ahead and grab one of the ports in the north so we can station our fleet inside, otherwise they will die off to attrition. And we're basically going to use the Galician area as a staging ground from which our invasion can begin. Check out how powerful our units are. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. We had the river penalty and everything, and we still absolutely wiped the floor with their soldiers. Hey, we got an extra colonist. Let's go, baby. Okay, so we've been grinding their units down. They're all the way down to 37 from 60,000. But we do need to recover our units' strength here, so we sent our ships to collect more of our units. Until they arrive, we need to avoid combat, make sure we do not get stack wiped. Alright boys, our units are finally here, so now we're basically evenly matched almost. I've used barrage on the fortification in Leon, and I'm going to use barraging all around Iberia in this particular first war. We really need to get this foothold. It's extremely important. We cannot lose the war. That's what I'm trying to say here. We have to win this war. Hey, we managed to get the last idea, so that means we now can do global settler increase plus 15, and we're also going to be chasing this Spanish army around so we get the war score from them. We do need to take the capital. Once that's done, we can probably finish the war. I'm gonna go ahead and barrage the capital also. I feel confident enough with the war score that we're gonna get from this that we can do a decent peace deal. Let's see, 84% war score. That is more than enough. So I want to get a foothold in the north, but at the same time I also want to get the southern parts as a foothold because that's going to be a little bit more beneficial for me. So we can do that. We can get both north and south, maybe all the way into Murcia. And we also can take those couple of provinces they got in South America. They got nothing else around the Americas? Nope. All right, how about these here? Can we grab all of these? We could actually. Holy shit, we can grab a lot of lands actually. Apparently only 96 war score. That's fine though. That's actually fine. Check it out, boys. We have gotten our first colonies in the old world. So that means we can do the mission Settling Europe. This will allow us to establish overseas subjects or colonies through the Sunset Colony Diplomatic Action. Once we have 3 sunset colonies that have 300 development, we can do another one of our missions here. Question is, do I really want to turn these into sunset colonies, or do I just want to directly own them? That's the real doozy, isn't it? Maybe I can release some nations like Leon, and I can turn Leon into a sunset colony. That way, they are a unique type of subject, the sunset colony. We can enforce our culture, we can enforce our religion, increase tariffs. They're basically similar to how the New World colonies are, more or less. We can do our culture enforcing here. That's pretty funny actually. So Leonese is not even an accepted culture anymore, but we do have the core still for them. So we can keep these other areas here as directly owned. Oh, maybe we can release Granada too. Yeah, we can do Granada as a secondary subject in the south. So we have one in the north and one in the south. And then the rest of these we actually can make into actual cores. Oh, we can also convert to Islam now. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Now, much like in the New World, the Old World colonies can get attacked. So they literally just happened. So I'm going to be enforcing peace. That way we end up being at war again with the Castilians. So we can crush the Castilians again and teach them a lesson. We're going to use the time-tested tactic of piecing out Portugal first and then focusing on the Castilians, but this time we're actually going to enforce some demands on them. All right, literally one more province and now we're good. All right, now we can focus 100% on the Castilians because they only have 47,000 units, so it's going to be a bloodbath. I think I found the perfect peace deal here, guys. We're going to take Madrid because we needed for our mission a few extra provinces. That way we can do the Iberian windmills, and as such the Escorial will be destroyed. We also get 4,000 ducats, and every province held by us or non-sovereign subject in Iberia will gain 20 lowered autonomy and years of separatism reduction. Now let's go ahead and core up all of these lands. We've essentially gotten rid of the Castilians. Next target is going to be Zafranche, because Zafranche also, well, they're part of the missions, aren't they? One of the reasons I've taken the province of Alicante, though, is because I want to release Valencia over here, so then we can use Valencia to feed them back their cores as well. We did completely clear out the South American areas from the colonial nations, and not only that, but we also took their freaking capital and punished them, so I'd say we pretty much won in this game. I would like to do this mission, but I have to complete 2 more missions for that, namely the Big Ears, where I need to have 80 army tradition and 40% professionalism, and for this one I need to have 3 monuments that are level 3. Oh, that's not too difficult, I can do that easily, but the 40 army tradition is gonna take a few years at least, so I'm not sure if I'll do a third and final part for this campaign. I did do what I set out to do, which is invade the old world. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like if you want to see the next video, and that's going to be the final part of this campaign. And if we do that, we might as well get all of South America, so we do the other achievement too, because I think there's 2 achievements for the Incans. Yeah, we got to do this one, and for that one we need to embrace all of the institutions all the way to 1800s. We'd have to play. Ooh, I'm not sure if I want to go all the way to 1800s. That's at least 2 more parts in that case. Let's see what kind of support we have for this series, and then we'll figure it out as we go along. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.